Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Is the next Bitcoin in motion. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Apex predator. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Compete. Don't complain. Conviction, guys, and be a unique beast. You know you get unique beast here. Hello, my elite friends. Hello, my unique beast. How you doing today? We've already got a question in the chat. I'll answer that in the middle of the show. If you got questions, I got answers, type in Bitcoin Meister or do a super chat. Remember, this week in Bitcoin was this Friday. It was great. Go to techvault.com. Follow me on Twitter at techvault, TECHBALT. Bitcoin Tina was on. Come on, dude. We had an exciting weekend, but you got to go back to Friday's show with the UK Bitcoin Master was there. It was a great time. Boris was in from Europe. I mean, we had Europeans. It was great. All right. I've tried to find. Remember, I spoke at Long Beach. The full speech is linked to below. Everything I talk about is linked to below, of course. And yes, I'll be speaking in San Francisco. I'm going to be. They're going to be great. I'm looking forward to all of that stuff. I love meeting people, and people can tell you this weekend in Vegas and in Long Beach on Thursday, it was a wild, wacky time. Dan Tapiero of the $1 trillion Tapiero line, another one of my little sayings there. He's got a great quote out there, and it talks about gold for all you golden holders who've moved over from old gold to new gold, which is Bitcoin. Only $2 trillion is available in investable gold. Okay, the rest is, jewelry and stuff. We talk about how much money, how much gold is worth, but only $1 trillion of it is investable. Bitcoin is already 10% the size of investable gold. Incredible accomplishment for just 10 years of existence. Bitcoin too big to die now. Now that's an anti-obituary if I've ever read one, but there's still people doing the obituaries. I don't see how anyone could think Bitcoin will die, but that's another reason. Well, some of those gold people think it will, and that puts it in perspective for them. It speaks their gold language. And again, long-term, bigger picture here, bigger picture type of stuff. I know a lot of people are worried about the short-term price. This show today is to remember for what the price is going to be tomorrow. You're in it for what it's doing in terms of innovating money for the next century. Wow. All right. Mark Yusko adds to my thoughts. The greatest wealth is created by being an early investor in innovation. Making that investment requires believing in something before the majority of people understand it. You will be mocked, ridiculed, and criticized for your non-consensus action. It is absolutely worth it. Pound that like button. Agree. It has been absolutely worth it, hasn't it? Hasn't it? Buying Bitcoin since 2013? Has it been worth it? Have people ridiculed and criticized you? You recognized innovation. We all recognized that innovation back in 2013. And we put our money where our mouth was, and it's been great. And yes, the greatest wealth is created by being an early investor in innovation. The wealth I've created in my life, that has been by far the greatest wealth. It dwarfed my what I did by buying a house and everything like that, what I've done through Bitcoin. All right. But remember, innovation is a key word here. We want to keep on encouraging innovation in this space. All right. Innovation is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And we'll talk about that in terms of someone asked about the FUD related to carbon footprints of Bitcoin mining, and innovation will help us solve that. I am such a firm believer in innovation. I mean, I've lived through, we've all lived through some great innovation. If you lived through the last 10 years, you've seen innovation change your whole life, make it so much more comfortable. All right. Now, so step back, look at the big picture, long-term thinking. Don't be impulsive, people. There's so many reasons to be impulsive. We got a lot of people in the chat yelling back and forth, I see. Remember, if you just type in Bitcoin, maybe you don't have questions, you're just yelling at each other. Okay, and it was I cannot see what you're saying without, calling my attention to what you're saying. So Finland, Finnish authorities, and I want to go to Finland one day. That's one of the countries I haven't been to that I do want to go to. And I guess plane tickets are getting cheaper because everyone's freaking out about some virus. We'll see how that goes with my post July 27th planning, because I don't know where I'm going to be after July 27th. I guess the options are just opening up now. That's a positive take on everything, right? So Finnish authorities have $15 million in seized Bitcoin, but don't want to sell it. Now, it's kind of a misleading title there, of course, from CoinDesk, no doubt about that. They're doing the right thing. They've got long-term thinking there, but they've kind of stumbled into it. They don't want to get rid of. They got this Bitcoin. They somehow got it. I'm not going to use the word confiscated, but they just didn't take it from someone by hacking into it. They arrested someone, and the guy gave over his private keys to them or whatever. I don't know exactly how they got it from him, but Bitcoin is unconfiscatable. People like to say, you see, it's confiscatable. When you talk about a government taking it from someone, it means it's confiscatable. No, it's not. Not for you. If you are protecting it correctly, it's unconfiscatable. I think that countries now that do these Bitcoin arrests, that they would learn, like, don't try to sell it right away, okay? To keep it, use it. All of your countries are broke. Why not you try to hang on to it for as long as possible? If you stole it, try to hang on to it for as long as possible, and so you don't have to steal from the taxpayers as much anymore. But Thule confiscated the Bitcoin trove following a successful bust of an online dark market in September 2016. Again, the confiscated is the wrong one. At the time, Bitcoin traded at around 570, meaning the 1,666 Bitcoin was worth approximately 950,000, with prices just under 9,200. Now that it's worth closer to 15 million. So they did incredibly well. They went from 950,000 worth of it to $15 million. And that's not, they don't even include the Bcash in there that they got along the way. And this, well, dudes, thank God for your horrible your bureaucracy slowing you down. Now think straight, keep it longer. Stop stealing from your people. I know you got that social welfare state. You got to pay for it somehow. Pay for it with this in 2028 or something. I don't know. Bitcoin. Countries should be trying to get Bitcoin. It's going to help bail out some countries. But of course, they could just keep on printing there. We know the United States will just keep on printing and printing and printing. But everybody values the dollar more than these other countries. So that's for another show. Pound that like button. Speaking of countries, the Great Elk 20191 sounds like a zip code in Maryland. 21091 probably is. If your country bans Bitcoin, it is a sign you need Bitcoin. Oh man, powerful stuff. Retweet that one. That one really stings there. That's great. If your country bans Bitcoin, it is a sign you need Bitcoin. All right, we have people screaming back and forth still in there. I see a lot of action. But here we got a question. Can you comment on carbon footprint FUD with Bitcoin? Do you see mining electricity needs as a hindrance to mass adoption? No. It's the mainstream media flavor of the month in all of the news is the panic about climate change, and this has bled into the Bitcoin world, okay? That, doom and gloom, you can't have a big carbon footprint. We're destroying everything's destroying the environment. We need to take drastic actions and shut everything down. Shut it all down. And I know, because we are living in this golden age, that is insane talk. We solve it with technology. We solve it with freedom. If it's really an issue, we're entering a realm because of technology that power use, electricity use, generation, it's going to become more efficient, okay? It's going to become more efficient, and nuclear power will help. I will say this. We don't even know and I've said it on their shows, I don't worry about that stuff at all, okay? I don't get into those arguments. I know it will. Technology wins the day. Innovation wins the day. We back in 2000, people were wondering why countries have monopolies on money. Why they will always have a monopoly on money. Why can't we create a decentralized currency? And look, they did. It happened. I mean, the world changes. So many things. We'll be on the moon by the end of the decade again. I mean, I'm not worried about, I think it is just one of those, it's the biggest FUD in the mainstream world, just dealing with everything. And it's bled into, of course, it's bled into the Bitcoin world, and people scream it and try to take Bitcoin down this way. Say, oh, it's going to, kill the environment. Bitcoin uses more power than countries. Who cares? Who cares if Bitcoin uses more power than countries? I don't, what's the problem? We've gotten to this mindset where countries are sacred. They're the ones who can control everything. They're the only ones that can print money. No, Bitcoin can use as much power as it wants to. Independent companies can use as much power as they want if they're paying for it. Independent countries can print. Independent companies can print as much money as they want to. We're going to learn soon with Libra. All right. So no, that's my overall take on that. I'm not too worried. I don't get into this. I don't get into the technicalities behind it because I know it will be solved. Is that a Litecoin shirt? No, it is a shirt that I got from the great. I love this shirt, and this question gets asked like almost every time, Jeff. Maybe you're new to the show. CryptoHWwallet has been in this space making art at least since 2016. This is one of my favorite shirts I've ever received from him. And it says a few different coins on it. And I love how the shirt looks. It's one of my favorite shirts. And so I wear it. So it says, like, it doesn't mean I like Litecoin or anything. It means I like the shirt, and Graffiti is a great guy in the space. So, and Heartfelt Hatred said, the day will come when those who live in countries with dominant currencies will notice Bitcoin appreciation. Inflationary monetary policies will help us. Well, yeah. I mean, yes, it first will be noticed in countries with non-dominant currencies, okay? But you're right. Eventually, it will be noticed in dominant currencies. People will, and they will be happy that they own Bitcoin, because then they'll really see that slowly but surely, even the dollar devalues. And let us move on. I love the questions, guys, by the way. I love the interaction. I mean, I like, having to think and, not just read over. I mean, I'm thinking when I'm reading over this stuff, and I'm generating thoughts when I'm reading over my notes, because it's not scripted. It's just ideas I have written down. But I love ideas that I haven't thought of for the show, and would see what people are interested in. People ask about... people always ask about a Coinbase competitor, okay? So here, I stumbled upon swanbitcoin.com. Swanbitcoin.com for the best way to buy Bitcoin with lower fees than Coinbase, live in 49 states in March. And so I linked to them. Obviously, Swan, I don't know much about them. Maybe I'll try to get someone on the show about them. Twitter.com, I linked to their Twitter feed too. So March is soon, right? Yes, it's in a few days. March is in 3 days. We got 29 days this month in February. Wow, February was fast. We always say that, right? So yeah, I guess it'll be live very soon. Swan, a competitor. You guys asked me about competitors, the Coinbase Americans asked me, so here you go. Here's a tweet from BitMax007. Ding, 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 ding. If you fear, this is great. This puts it all in perspective, people. Take a step back, bigger picture stuff. Here's something for you short-term people, though. If you fear liquidation, you're not investing in Bitcoin correctly. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't mess it up by being leveraged. Invest in Bitcoin, hold on a Trezor, and use time as your ultimate leverage. There you go, man. There you go. So Chris Black. So, here. Jeff Ashton has an ETH question right when I'm going to talk about Chris Black and ETH. Is ETH a scam? They have been talking about that upgrade for years, and no, it's not a scam. No, I mean, how can you say it's a scam? It is a real coin. It exists. No one's being forced to buy it. No, a scam is a word that is so abused in this space. It is definitely not a scam. And people are innovating over there. Okay. And I'm going to read you what's going on there now from an honest person. And they have been talking about a change for a while. So what if they can't get their fork passed? We're going to talk, or their changes passed, whatever you want to call it passed. We're going to show you what might happen. Chris is talking about it right now. Chris Black, you might not agree with him. The man isn't honest. He's an honest man. He's a straight shooter. He likes Ethereum and DeFi, but he tells it like it is over there, and they get angry at him. So if the Bitcoin people are getting angry at him, the Ethereum people are getting angry at him, that he's stating what he really believes. Could he be right? Could he be wrong? Yeah. All right. So let's read it. He says, nobody is making a strong case why we need Prague proof of work. Okay. I get that some people want it, but it is not worth the GD chain split risk. Okay. Clapping hands, sign DeFi, can't afford a contentious chain split. Oh, clapping. He's clapping. Yeah, I just read out clapping hands. It's just here. You can't. DeFi can't afford a contentious chain split, he says. Nearly $1 billion is at stake here. Can we stop effing around with this now, please? So he's bringing up the point that Ethereum could have a split, and thus DeFi would be on two different chains. All the money, it'd be very confusing type of stuff. So this is a legitimate, people are asking, is it a scam? It's not a scam, but they would have an issue if it splits, a real big issue. Which one's the real one? Are we going to have two different? Now, do I have all this DeFi Ethereum that I've been saving up? Do I have double it? Does the other one mean anything? All sorts of questions jump into play. It's much more complicated than before, back in 2016 when it had its split. All right, much more complicated. So much more is sitting on top of Ethereum now. So they do want to do things the right way. They do want to avoid a chain split at any cost, a contentious one at least, that doesn't, where people are arguing which one's the real one. So it's out there. It's out there. I'm not trying to FUD it. He's putting it out there. So those guys can get their act together, I guess, if they want to, and things would be good for them. Will be good for them. In my opinion, this is from Tour de Meester. In my opinion, the number one question to answer for investors considering Bitcoin versus other coins. Can new tech be adopted by the Bitcoin stack? He agrees with Adam Back and says that the answer is yes. I also agree. I also agree that Bitcoin, and I've been saying this for a long time, it can adopt technology that's created by other coins. So you don't necessarily need to use other coins. At the same time, let there be other coins out there to develop that technology so Bitcoin can adopt it. There's nothing wrong with those coins creating innovation and Bitcoin picking it up. That's great. And Bitcoin can pick it up. So that's why I'm not into, hey, let's have a mining attack on this. Let's waste millions of dollars and attack an altcoin for the heck of it to say that we destroyed it. Yeah, I mean, that's destruction. Create. Don't complain. Compete. Don't complain. Innovate. Innovate. That's how we solve our problems. That's how we get rid of FUD, like the carbon footprint FUD. Roman Q's got a question here. We're getting picked back. Love the 210,000 block rule. So do I. Do you think Bitcoin will, theory, it's a theory. Do you think Bitcoin will have at least one unfriendly hard fork, i.e. Bcash, every 210,000 blocks? Well, yes. Yeah. Yes, I do. I think that's a good bet. I think that's a good bet. Maybe that's the way to time it. We're going to get the 42 million, the inflation one coming up after this fork, obviously, in this next 200,000 blocks starting in May. That I predict during that 210,000 blocks, sometimes before 2024, we'll get the people forking off their 42 million Bitcoin. And then maybe we'll have the some privacy related one too. If not now, but maybe the next one, who knows? Surfer Jim. Oh, Surfer Jim in the house. Hey there, Adam. But good, very good question and very good looking way of looking at things, Roman Q. I never considered that every 210,000 blocks we're also going to have a Bcash type unfriendly fork. Hey there, Adam. Thanks for the shout out. Met John from Bitcoin 2020 last night in New York City at an Unchained Capital sponsored meetup. I'm making a custom version for the 2020 conference. Oh, your awesome card you're making. You're saying yes, do that. That is awesome. Surfer Jim made this awesome card. It's like business card size, not the size of a boulevard that Juan Galt gave me, but a size of a business card. I actually got it over there. And it's got all the information. If you want hardcore Bitcoin people and to learn about Bitcoin, I'm on it. All these other people are best guests in the freaking space are on it, in Jim's opinion there. All right, moving on. We have, good to see you here, Surfer Jim, and great to meet you in person, baby. Really, it was awesome. You can see the smile. All right, bigger picture. Okay, bigger picture stuff here. I'm gonna tell you. And this is coming from the great Jack at Twitter. Bitcoin for and he says, first of all, Square sold over $500 million worth of Bitcoin in 2019 and outpaced broader crypto exchange volume growth in the fourth quarter. So there's another Coinbase type competitor. There's some news from them. I said I was going to talk about Coinbase competitors, but Jack, who is a very influential person in the tech world, he says Bitcoin for us is not stopping at buying and selling. We believe this is a transformative technology for our industry and gives people more access to the financial system. So we are going to ensure we are learning and leading the industry from here. Dude, incorporate it into Twitter too. But there you go, people. Take a few steps back and think about what Jack Dorsey is saying here. Transformative technology for our industry. Transformative freaking technology, people. So you can think on that with the transformative technology frame, or you can think, oh my God, it went down $500 in a day frame. It's longer term type of stuff, impulsive type of stuff. So Tron, Steemit type news again. The Steemit people, some aren't exactly cool with, or a little paranoid about Justin Sun and the takeover. I don't want to make broad generalizations. There was an article about it, but the dude, he has a Steemit post out there. And I got to say, it's a good post. He's trying to calm down the people who are paranoid about him. You might not like him. He's a good marketer. He's gotten rich somehow. He prints his own money. He has ideas for Steemit. If you read this, he is in motion. And right now, Steemit is really slow. At least that, there's issues when you go to popular posts that a lot of people comment on. It's slow. Hopefully they could fix that. That's really important. But I think the people over there should be really intrigued and happy about this corporate takeover of Steemit. There's going to be a Tron Steam switcheroo exchange. And remember people, there's a lot of people have been confused about this lately. I get Steem for free by posting on Steemit. This is posted on Steemit. Just because I'm saying the word Steem, just because I have a t-shirt with some altcoin listed on it, doesn't mean I'm saying to buy. I'm saying if you get Steem for free, you turn that baby into Bitcoin. And if they turn that Steem into Tron and that boosts the price of Tron or Steem or whatever, you turn it into Bitcoin, okay? So this is good for those of us who get free Steem. And there's plenty of people who do. And I will be happy. We've been, since 2016, when Steemit came out, I've been on there. Since it came out that June, I got on in July, all right? So and we've been waiting and it's been disappointing in a lot of ways. We've been waiting for the combination of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin with social media to be a real competitor of Facebook or YouTube. Maybe he could take it to that next level because it hasn't really moved up any levels in the last 2 years, at least 3 years, at least. And there was a lot of excitement. He's got plans, and it is a better entity is taking over. I will say this: they need a new management or need a new thinking over there. And some of you are like, why are you talking about this so much? It's just because there's a lot of people in motion in our space that are content creators that yell and scream about how they're not able to make money. They're yelling about YouTube demonetization. I want them to be able to make money, okay? And it's crypto related, which is obviously Bitcoin related. More power to them. It's better. It's great. And yeah, I'm just trying to see. Just read his post. He's a positive guy. He's a positive guy. I admire dudes who are positive and keeping it real. All right, so now we're going to talk about the MWC crypto dividend that we all got for free. Obviously, it's been in the Yenta news lately. Everyone's gossiping about it. It's insane on a certain level. And there's a link here, Hotbit, which says there was a double spend attack, and they had a release about it, and it's kind of not as There's not really much there anymore. They like changed what they said. Here's the deal. I mean, we've known for a while. It's been mentioned on the show before that Hotbit has had to shut down like 3 different times the MWC account because there was some sort of hack or double spend. We knew there was attack that other miners were attacking, or Grin or Beam people. I don't know who it was. And this has been mentioned before. So it was one of the reasons that has been said, why the heck does it keep going up in price? Why would anyone in their right mind pay money for something we already knew that was being attacked, that was not stable? Okay. Why was that going? I mean, it was insane to begin with. So whoever was doing it, whoever was buying it, was scamming themselves, was like taking an incredible chance by buying something that was so. And so now it's out in the open that like Hotbit lost MWC. It lost a lot of MWC. So the MWC people are going to have to give them MWC or something. I don't know. It is what this happens in altcoins. It happens in that world. That's why you don't buy these things. That's why you get them for free and you get rid of them when you can get rid of them before things like this happen. Now, so, but I want to say this, and this is very, very, very important. Okay, Chris is the dude who came up with MWC, and he's been with all this screaming lately. He is a forgotten man here, and Chris is a great man. Chris is a very, very good man. Okay. And he had very great intentions for this, okay? So don't get lost in the emotions and the noise around all these big name people and then like say, oh, it was intended to be a scam from the very beginning. And first of all, it's not a scam. It's just an altcoin that some dude was buying a lot of, okay? And was having technical, that wasn't on any exchanges. Chris liked the MWC protocol, okay? He liked it. And so he wanted to do something with it. The MWC protocol, excuse me. He is a good guy. Let's see what he brought about in this world, the positivity that he brought about. He created some altcoin that he gave away for free as a crypto dividend airdrop. Because of him, people learned how to sign on their Trezor. They learned how to sign messages. They learned how to use another wallet there. He made up a wallet. He taught people how to claim crypto dividends, okay? He taught people how to move altcoins, okay? Some people buy these altcoins, they don't even know how to move them, okay? These are skills. You might just think, you might take some of this stuff for granted. There are a lot of people, though, who were new to the airdrops and crypto dividends and altcoins and whatever, and they don't take this for granted. These are all skills for this golden age decade, for the 2020s, okay? You're going to have to know how to claim a crypto dividend. You're going to know how to sign a message, all right? And use all sorts of different types of wallets and whatever that's out there. The skill set, he added the people's skill set, okay, by creating this experiment. And he made people better people here, all right? All the people who participated in this, who just wanted more Bitcoin, who just wanted to dump it or whatever, he made them and he brought the privacy aspect of MWC technology to a lot of people who wouldn't have known about it. Now, is MWC technology that great? I don't know. I don't know at all. I'm interested in people who are innovating, who want to give out their altcoins for free to the ultimate holders. I'm interested in people who want to make people's Bitcoin hands stronger. And Chris is a person that wants to make Bitcoin hands stronger. He gave away something that made Bitcoin hands stronger. So I want everyone to take the emotion out of all of this for a second and really see what this dude did. He did a really good thing, okay? We're talking about a skill set for the 2020s. And so many people have said to me, like, I didn't know how do you sign a message? How do you do this? How? You learned, the people who did this, the people who did quite well off of this, learned how to do this. And this is something that I want everybody to think about when, if anyone ever, I mean, people aren't saying his name or anything, but they are saying it's a scam. It's a scam. It's not a scam. It was never meant to be a scam. And he's a very good guy and a friend of mine. And, that I personally met. Wait a second, I just want to read. And what he did was this MWC thing. He created, people said, well, there's Grin and there's Beam, but a lot of you don't know, there were many others that tried to be number 3, okay? Many others. And he had a limited supply take on this technology. All right. So I mean, I thought that was a great gimmick. I thought that was a great idea. If Mimblewimble technology is so great, why do these coins need these huge supplies or unlimited supplies? So he did it, and it got the name recognition. All right. It is number 3 now. Now, obviously, there's a lot of craziness going around it right now. He clearly got some wealthy, either a wealthy individual or a wealthy group of individuals thought it was a good idea too, or both. An entity of some sort thought it was a great idea to an extent that they started buying. I mean, it's for ludicrous reasons, but it got to number 3. He accomplished something too. Okay, he was in motion. So yeah, it's going to be controversial for a while because a lot of people are screaming about it because of someone buying it all up, trying to buy it all up. But there it is. I just wanted to put that out there. And people shouldn't really, if you got it for free and you sold it, that's great. That's awesome. You people, all those people, I don't know why anyone's like making because there's a big personality involved in it now. That's why people are going wild. I mean, that's human nature, I guess. That's human nature, I guess. All right. That is it. Keep on creating, Chris. Keep on creating, dude. And everyone out there that creates, keep on creating. I admire the people that are creating. All right. I am Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the links below. Pound it. Bang that bell button. I will say hi to you dudes in the chat, and I got to go running. All right. See ya. Bye-bye. Thanks.